Welcome to another episode of OSFirstTimer. In this episode, Dinah will be trying out Windows 8 Professional on the Surface Pro, released February 9, 2013 in selected areas. It isn't released in Australia yet, so we had to get it ordered in. It has a full 1080p display just on a 10.6-inch screen. It also has 4GB of RAM and a 128GB SSD. It has a 3rd gen Intel Core i5 processor with an Intel HD Graphics 4000. So the keyboard isn't initially included when you buy it, but you can buy a keyboard, and we have got a keyboard that you'll plug in a little bit later. But first of all, can you turn it on? Now this, unlike the iPad, you're actually going to be doing a cold boot, which means it's not on standby or anything.
Well, there's a little button there, I'm assuming...
Okay.
Oh, that is how you turn it on.
Yep, so that's Surface. Now, this is a full Windows 8 operating system, so it's comparable to booting your laptop. Oh, it's on.
Okay.
So was that fast?
It was fast.
To compare to your laptop?
But if that wasn't the on button, I would have thought that that would have been the on button, because that's similar to your iPad.
Yeah, okay.
Does that do anything, that thing?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't like me. Oh, I thought it was already on.
I don't know what you've done to it.
Oh, it's back
Well, there
on.
we go, it's back on again.
Okay. If you remember, the very first video I did was testing out the Windows 8.
So that's the login screen.
I don't know why they have to keep changing things all the time. You get used to something and then they change it. Why?
This is the home screen.
I don't like the look of it.
And there's your emails.
Okay, good. Now get out of it.
How do you do that?
Maybe that goes back.
That's replying. That's deleting an email, don't do that.
How do you get out of this thing? Roll something?
No.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Control-Alt-Delete? Well, I don't know how to get out of it. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. I would just Control-Alt-Delete. Don't know. It's just, there's no options. It's lost its options. What do you do? I didn't like it. This looks cartoonish. I mean, it doesn't even look like an improvement on the last one. It just looks like the first one ever. And that all the others have been an improvement on this. But that's a step backwards. And even the homepage looks just cartoonish and like it's one of the first Windows. It's cartoonish, it's childish, it has no appeal. I'd just give up computers.
So you would not have this running on your computer no matter what?
I would not have this running on my computer. I've had enough of it.
And how much do you think they're saying that it costs to buy Windows 8 now?
They should pay people for it. But bearing in mind it was my very first video, I was a lot more computer illiterate than what I am now. I've learnt a lot throughout all these videos with different operating systems. I have had experience using your iPad. Because this is a tablet computer which is similar to an iPad, I'm assuming that Windows 8 will be easier for me to navigate and try this time. However, I said in a previous video that I would look at the tutorial before trying it out, but I've decided I would not do it because of the fact that I have not looked at any tutorials before trying any operating system, and in all fairness to other operating systems, I'm going to try this from scratch also. But bearing in mind, there is a tutorial available before people use this.
Can I just mention something about that tutorial? I looked at that tutorial. It is an awful tutorial. It just says swipe your finger from right to left, and that's it. That's all the tutorial tells you to bring up a special charms bar, and that's all you're told. After your PC is ready, swipe from any edge. Oh, so that brings up the charms bar. Move your mouse into any corner. I guess, okay, that's if you're on a desktop computer, it's telling you move your mouse. So, we're getting your PC ready. Okay, let's start. Anyway, start using it. So log in first. So on the computer you clicked and dragged up on the computer. So you got the mouse and you...
Oh,
so there we go. That's
there
a
we
lot.
go.
Do you find that simpler than...
Yes, it is actually. Now, so I'm going to do my password.
Yep. So how are you feeling about using this keyboard?
Oh, it's alright. It's
Okay.
alright, but you can accidentally press wrong buttons because it's not like a keyboard.
Yeah. Are you still not liking the look of this?
Oh, it keeps moving around. It's like Wall Street. It's like shares, isn't it?
So these are live tiles?
Yeah, okay.
And they just give you a bit of info here and there, and they move just so they're not showing the same thing. It's instead of why have an icon, when you can have an icon that displays information constantly.
Yeah.
For example, this mail icon, if you logged into your emails, it would constantly keep displaying your emails here on this home screen. What time is it?
Well, that's telling me that it's 1 degree in London. Oh, and it's 26 degrees in Sydney. But where's the time? Oh, there's more things over here.
Now, did you notice just then what you did? You moved the screen like that, right?
Yeah.
Side to side. Now, on a computer, you would actually use a mouse and you would scroll through, and that
It's much better to do
So
it
you
with
think
your
a touch
fingers.
screen is better?
Yeah, definitely touch screen is better. Already I'm feeling that this operating system is much more suited to an iPad type computer thing.
A tablet.
Tablet, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I can't seem to find any clock on there. And there's no searching thing, and it's only giving you the weather. Oh, wait a sec, that's telling you the date. Okay, no times. Oh dear, how do I get back now?
So the iPad you can
Wait a
scrunch.
sec. Oh. Going in the future now. Wait a sec. Oh, that gets me back.
Yep, you touch the button. So if you're in any application and you just want to get back to this
Okay.
home screen, you press that
Well,
button.
I did that by accident. So, I mean,
And what do you notice when you touch the button?
it goes back to where you were.
But what do you notice about the feeling of the button?
It doesn't actually feel raised or anything.
Touch it
It's-
again, touch it a few times.
It's just completely flat.
Notice it gives you a buzz when you touch it?
No, I didn't notice that.
Am I the only person who likes the feeling of touching the Surface Pro logo?
That's pretty sad. That's what you like touching. Anyway.
It just feels really good.
Oh, what am I in now?
You're in the
Welcome
Bing
to
Daily News.
Okay, I want to not go there. I can't believe that they wouldn't have. I mean, they're telling you the temperature in Paris and all these other places, and they're saying that it's Tuesday the 26th, but you would assume that the clock would be on this front page thing.
On your computer, where is the clock usually?
It's here, down there.
Yeah. So do you think you can access a desktop?
Isn't this a desktop?
Do you remember the Windows 8 first
No, I
experience? If you wanted to access your normal screen showing the desktop and everything, how would you access that?
Isn't this the desktop?
Yes.
That was a long time ago and 30 operating systems ago. You've told me there's another way to get that. This isn't the desktop, so that's a whole stack of news. That takes me back to that.
What are you looking? Do you think the desktop's on the other side if you flip it
No.
around?
I'm just wondering if there's any other buttons you press to get you to desktop. And there's not even a search that you can type in desktop.
There is a search that you can type in, and the search is a universal search. You can access it no matter what app you're in practically.
I keep trying to bring things up from the bottom.
What
but
about
it
the
keeps
names of all the
disappearing.
applications?
Oh, desktop.
There's the desktop. Where's the time?
Oh, down there, 7:30 p.m.
Yep, fantastic.
That's weird.
Why?
Because you'd assume that when you turn the computer on that you're going to get into a desktop. What was the other thing if it wasn't a desktop?
The modern UI.
What's that?
An interface which comes with Windows 8.
Yeah.
It overlays the desktop. It pretends to make the desktop an app when it actually overlays the desktop. It's hard to explain, but it's a modern UI. It's a new way to navigate Windows, and it's called the Start screen. So it replaces the Start menu.
So it's like having that little start thing full screen.
It's like a full screen Start menu.
Okay. I didn't see the little box desktop at the bottom, but
But okay, so if you wanted
found
to
it
ever get
now.
back to this, boom,
Yeah, there
you're in
it
it.
is. Okay, I'm in the desktop now.
Write, save, and open a text document.
I'm going to go back to the other thing because I saw something up here.
Now, before you touch
OneNote.
anything, before you touch anything,
Oh, Word, 2013.
before you touch anything,
I'm getting excited because I saw it straight away.
by default, what it actually does is all of these applications were actually in one thing called Office 365. You touch it, then it installs all these, okay?
Yeah.
So I did that off screen, but that's the idea. You touch Office 365, it'll install all these, and then you can use them.
Oh, okay.
It comes free with the operating system as a 1-month trial.
Oh, and what happens after a month?
Then you have to buy it.
How much is it?
You get this Office 365 recommended one to get. You get 5 PCs.
You get 5 PCs. They throw in 5 PCs with it, personal computers.
You get 5 PCs it can be installed on for $99 a year, and you get ongoing access to updates, so it's constantly updated.
Okay.
You've got this Office Home and Student 2013, 1 PC,
But
one
it says
PC,
1
PC.
year subscription.
Yeah, you've got to pay that every year.
Oh, $99 a year?
Yeah.
No wonder they've recommended it because they're going to make a lot of money out of it. Can I just say something? This constant changing things. I really feel as if I'm in Wall Street and it's the share prices that are constantly changing. I'm going to do the word thing. Well, I have to admit, I'm not as negative with this operating system as I was initially on a desktop computer, and that's because I'm really feeling that it is much more suited to a tablet type computer, really much more. It's taking a long time to...
Notice what it says.
It's streaming Office.
What does streaming usually mean?
Would never clue.
Streaming usually means, like, for example, a YouTube video isn't instantly on your computer. When you're watching a video, you have to stream the video.
Oh, so it's downloading it type thing, but not really downloading it.
The idea is this Office 365, it's highly cloud-based. So if you logged in to a computer with Windows 8, with your username, you'd be able to access all your documents on that computer.
So this is accessing Office through the cloud, but it's not really downloading it on the computer. It's sort of back and forth from the cloud.
Initially, when you first started up, this is just an initial slow startup, but once it's started up, it's kind of on your computer. It's just the first time you use it, it's slow.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So in future...
Yeah, this boot time will just go. Okay, here we go, it's finished. Almost.
And what happens now?
Well, now it should run.
Just from that. So what do I do?
Well, the Office should have started up. Let's just try and fix this. Okay, we've tried it a few times now. The Office, it just gets to 100% and it just will not open any Office app. It's not just Word. The problem is that I installed initially on my account, then I kind of tried to install it again on my mum's account on this thing, and it's gotten confused because I've installed it twice, so it just won't boot now. I guess we've lost the 1 month trial. So if we wanted it to work, we would have to buy it, but it does come with WordPad. So if you wanted to try and get WordPad, how would you do that?
I'm assuming
which isn't an Office. No, that's an Office.
No, that's
all
an
those
Office.
Office.
So WordPad, okay, well let's go back to the desktop.
How do you access all your applications? That's Internet Explorer,
Internet.
Great.
What's that?
That's your file browser where you get all your documents and music and pictures and stuff.
Well, that doesn't have Notepad in it, does it?
Well, technically, if you went down to the system files, you'd be able to get it, just a bit like in the Windows Chicago video.
Keyboard.
Yep.
Go away. How do you get that away? Oh, there we go.
Just so you know, there was a little X on the keyboard that you didn't see.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Those don't come by default. I just put some icons on it just so you could see that icons look like that, yeah. When you first turn the computer on, it says swipe your finger along this black border to there. Just do a little swipe.
Oh, the little thing came.
Yeah.
Had you not told me that, I would not have done that. I would have had to have been told. Search. There's a search. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is.
So when you touch where you type, the keyboard comes up. Well, there's Notepad, but it also comes with WordPad, which is better, but okay, there we go, Notepad. You can bring up the keyboard here. When you're in desktop mode, there's that keyboard there.
Yes.
What if you wanted to use the real keyboard? So you can buy between $100 and $150 the keyboard, so how do you stick that in?
Oh, it really wants it. Oh! Oh, I grabbed hold of that.
And put the Surface upside down.
Upside down?
Yeah, by holding the keyboard. And let go of it.
Oh,
that's how strong it is.
Yeah, it's strong. Okay.
Now, kick the kickstand out.
Okay. Yeah, I like typing on this better.
Yeah.
Okay, that document, there we go. And I'm going File.
Notice you're using this.
Save.
You're using the actual trackpad.
Yeah, I am. Desktop and save.
Stop, what are you saving it as?
I don't know. Document.
No.
Oh.
You've got to save it as something. Type in the file name. Can't just save, I don't know, it'll just save it as something.
It's saved it as an asterisk. Doc will do. Save. And there's doc.
There's the doc, and can you just open it to make sure it works? Don't use the mouse though. Open it without using the mouse. No.
It doesn't open up.
You double tap it.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. So that's just the touchscreen, how that works.
Yeah.
Do you find that useful, instead of using the mouse to go to somewhere on the screen? If you want, you can just touch, or you can scroll up and down.
It is.
Now I want you to open a calculator, because you're going to calculate something for me.
I'm going to find a calculator first. So I'm going to search.
Do you like this ability to just search and find?
Oh yeah,
like
and touch.
Yeah.
I'm going to type there.
I want you to calculate what is 7.6 septillion minus 3.4 quintillion.
I'll just do 7.6.
No. 7.6 septillion minus 3.4 quintillion. Because people say, do you really need a calculator for these small calculations you're doing? These are a big calculations for you.
I've never heard of a centillion, whatever that is.
It's not a septillion, it's a septillion. septillion.
Sept. So sept is obviously 7, so it's probably 7.6 billion times billion or something.
1 septillion is 1 with 24 zeros after it.
And show me how 24 zeros are going to fit there.
Well, that's a good question. Let's see it. Show me. You just said show me, so I want to see. 7, 6, and then after the 6 you'll do 23 zeros.
Let's clear it first. How do we get it 0? So let's,
there you
clear. Go.
Okay, go. So 7, 6, and now press 0
24 times.
3 times, because you've already got the 6. Oh.
No, it doesn't.
See, this is why we do smaller calculations, guys. And I tried doing a bigger one. What is 7.6 septillion minus 3.4 quintillion? But sadly, no. Okay, do 7.6 minus 3.4. 4.2. The next task is change the desktop background. How do you usually change it?
Right clicking.
We'll try that. How do you right click?
Well, I'm clicking with my little finger. Instead
what?
Office,
Something went wrong.
You don't say.
You took a while to tell us that. We are unable to start. Please start trying it again. I'm going to go through that again.
Okay, because instead of left clicking with that finger, I'm right clicking with that finger.
Okay, well, number 1, you've actually got this in front of you, so you could just right click like that.
So that's right side, left side.
Left side, yeah. How would you right click without using a mouse?
With this little finger.
Left click. Right click.
Oh, so left is shorter
Short
and right,
is longer.
longer. I would
Okay.
not have known that. Personalise. It's gone.
You actually misclicked. See?
You need a really extra small little
I
finger.
missed it too. Okay, well, do you know what? I've got an extra small little pen for you to use.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something else. Okay, now that we've found our extra small little thing.
There it is. So right click now with that.
Doing it longer.
No, just keep it. Now take it off. Now press personalise.
Well, let's just say, unless you've got a tiny little skinny scarecrow finger,
Yeah.
you do need this little pin.
So what do you want to do? And you can use that to touch the screen and
Desktop background. Let's do that one. Apply. Save changes.
You changed this desktop background. How do you change this one of the main screen? No.
Change account picture.
Well, you can try and click that.
I think that changes this little thing.
Remember, you're trying to change the background for the start screen.
PC set. Share channel. No, I can't see anything there.
Clue?
Personalise. Oh, okay. Start screen. Oh, look at that. It's detecting. Even though I'm not touching
even though you're
it.
not touching, yeah, it detects.
Okay.
So you
do
choose
this fun little thing there.
that one, yep.
That'll
and
do.
you can also choose a colour. So what colour do you want it to be?
Pink.
Oh no. Settings. Okay, and you can also change the lock screen. So what do you think? Yep, piano.
Good.
There's your start screen.
Great.
See, every time you customise something, it always ends up a bit crazy.
And considering this is your computer, your friends are going to think you have awesome taste.
The great thing is we've got user accounts. So I don't have to worry about yours, I can just go into mine and it'll be completely different.
Okay.
So everything's separate, even this start screen is separate. The last task is to turn off the computer. That will put it in standby. Which
I'm going to go to desktop first, but it doesn't have
the start menu, so because the start screen has replaced that.
Maybe something on the side. I'm going to search shutdown.
No apps match your search. But can I just show you something though? If you type in change, because let's say you wanted to change your desktop background and you go to settings, so you change screen brightness, see all the words with change.
Okay, yeah.
So if you wanted to type in change, you could type in password and it could tell you how to do that.
I'll start. Wait a sec. Oh no, that just takes you back to that.
I'll give you a clue. Settings. Because you're taking a little while, that's why I give you clues.
I can't see anything. Oh, power. Oh, okay. Well, I would never have known that settings.
To turn your computer off,
you have to go to settings
boom,
and
settings
power.
off.
Okay, I would never have found that. If I pressed that button, what would that just stand by?
I'll just show you. Turn it off.
Will it damage the computer?
You just press it.
Because when you normally shut down things with
No,
the
but
button.
this is standby. So it's on standby mode now. This is almost like the iPad standby.
Yes.
Okay, so if you touch that little button now,
This one?
Yep, anyone. And actually, instead of just flipping like that, you can press the space bar and that'll get it up. So
and that shows turning it off there.
Yep, and that's another way to turn it off.
You know what? I think it would improve it a whole lot better to have that button somewhere on that start screen or desktop rather than having to flip out a thing and choose settings, because to me, I would never have chosen settings.
So do you think maybe that thing that you flip out should have shut down at the bottom rather
Yes.
than settings then shut down?
Yeah, I do, because shutdown is something that you're going to do every time you use a computer
Okay.
if you don't put it in standby. Okay, so I've got to go on the internet. Bing. I know Bing's an internet thing, just like Firefox and Internet Explorer. And price of gold, as most commonly typed in Bing.
So these are your search results. What do you think about this search results like that?
It's in the theme of the Windows 8 tile thing.
Yeah.
So.
This is a Bing app. You can also actually just use an Internet Explorer with Google and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
I
this
didn't
is
see it.
Yeah, just so you know, there's an Internet Explorer here.
I didn't see.
It's got a little bar at the bottom. You type in where you want to go, such as not ice. You type
I tried to price.
Oh.
Price of.
Is this love for kids?
Jazzy, we're doing a video. Poor little girl, come here. She had a fall today. Come here. This is Philip's little sister, and she had a fall today. She's got a little band-aid there and there. It's bath time now. Go on.
Mm.
Come on. Bath time. We're going to finish off the video. Me and Philip are trying to finish off the video. Wave to the camera and say goodbye.
I'll stay here.
We need to do the video without
We need
you.
to do the video. Well, it's pretty good. Out of 30 videos, this is the first one. Oh, apart from Buckethead in the
Mama, is this love for kids?
in the
No.
best operating systems video, and when she made an appearance. Anyway, you better go, darling.
Mama, is this love for kids?
No, this is not a video for kids. This is a video for people who are interested in computers and operating systems. Go to Daddy.
No. Dad!
Go and have a bath now. Off you go. Okay, Office.
This is also
What?
a Bing search rather than Google.
Well, I was in.
There's this Internet Explorer
Yeah, which was what I was in.
with no X and anything. And there's also, you go onto the desktop and there's an Internet Explorer. I'll just open that up with an X and everything. And you can go to Google, which you can do anyway, www.b, and there's Google. But you can go to Google on both Internet Explorers. Let's say you were in this and you wanted to switch applications. There's no taskbar. How would you switch without going to this and going to the start screen?
Switch.
Because all those
it's
programs
like
you haven't
an arrow
actually
going
closed.
back.
That's the arrow to go back in the browser.
Okay, well, I'll keep going back until I go to a different application.
No, that doesn't work. It's just for the browser. Try swiping from another side. No, one finger. That's a tabs at the top. That's how you do it.
Oh, okay.
So this switches between all the applications
Okay,
you have
yep.
open. So that's how you do it. What do you think about that? And if you want to look at all of them, you do that. So that shows you the ones you have open.
Okay.
And lastly, you have actually not quit a Windows 8 Store app. You haven't
Because
quit
they
a
seem
single
to be
one.
hiding the X. Wait a sec, that's an X. So
No.
that's gone.
To close them,
Now I've just got the white screen of death.
you touch your finger at the top and hold it all the way down to the bottom. That
Oh.
closes it.
Right.
So there's an app, you want to close it, go away.
And they don't show that on the tutorial, do they?
No.
Well, how are you supposed to work that out? I wouldn't have known unless you told me.
Well, the tutorial must be broken or something because it's saying this is a new way to use your computer. You do that, and that's all it tells you. And then it goes to the desktop screen. That's what it did for me. It said you can either do that or you can put your mouse to the top corner and bring it up like that. All it does is show how to open this charms bar.
I'm going to explore the start menu thing now, whatever this is. Let's have a look what it's got here. Apart from these little Wall Streety things, people, who are these people?
People that you know.
I don't currently have any contacts. Gee, I must be pretty lonely. Oh, I don't know how to get out of it again.
Told you a few times.
Oh yeah, that. They should just have an X button on everything to close it. A whole big tile just to tell you the
Well, you think
date.
this tile's too big. How would you make it smaller? That shows you a great big bunch of tiles. So let's say you had these tiles and you wanted to move them over here. See, you can switch.
Yeah.
So between a big bunch of tiles.
Yeah.
But how would you make the tile smaller?
Just that one?
Yep.
Maybe hold all the others.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll tell
Can
you how.
I separate it? No.
No. You touch it, you kind of pull it down a bit, and then you look at the bottom, this option comes up. You can
Turn live. Oh, you can
smaller.
even turn it off.
Yep. And then it's smaller.
Okay, lovely.
And
then
how
you
would
can
you
add
move
more of
tiles
them.
around? So if you wanted to move one around.
Well, I would assume you grab them all to hold them and just grab the one you want, but it's not working.
Okay, so let's say you wanted this music.
Yeah.
You pull it over here.
Oh, okay.
But you have to kind of hold it, pull it down a bit.
Well, let's just say
To
you've got to have
separate it.
good finger techniques with this.
Yeah, you've got to be quite specific.
And you need to have an instruction manual to show you all these little finger techniques.
There's some YouTube videos such as Learn Windows 8 in 4 minutes, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
But they're not made by Microsoft, they're just made by people showing you how to use Windows 8.
Okay,
Have a look at the travel.
Which is the travel, this thing?
Yeah, and that just shows you some
Iceland.
places. See? Different places, and you can click more. And look, these are the top destinations it recommends.
Oh, stop. Go
But
too
look.
fast, I can't.
You just go on and on and on.
So it recommends a lot.
It recommends you just spend all your money vacationing for the rest of your life. Taking your Surface Pro with you.
Niagara Falls, imagine sliding down there. That'd be fun.
So it tells you can touch a place and it'll give you more info about it. So Niagara Falls, Canada, there we go.
That looks fun.
And then, yeah, see?
Oh, and it even
Nice.
has
Intro, a place, and a conversion of
Australian
money.
dollar too, yeah.
Yeah. And the weather, and more photos of Niagara Falls, see?
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
360s, yeah.
Okay, now I want to go back.
Anyway,
forgot.
can you now turn it off?
Yeah, I think I'll just turn it off. Oh, where's that thing?
Settings, and then
Power.
then shut down.
Oh, see, that's 3 things you have to do.
Yeah.
Really, honestly, they should just have the pop-out thing with
It's off.
shut down and
Notice how
press it.
fast it shut down.
Yeah, it was instant.
And that's shut down. That's not standby, that is shut down.
Yeah.
Boot up and shut down times are awesome, aren't they?
Yes, it does have speed on its side, but I still feel you've got to have either extremely small little fingers or one of these.
Yeah.
And you've got to have good finger techniques and have a manual beside you to tell you all the...
Maybe a little video. Do you think maybe one of those YouTube videos, 4-minute Learn Windows 8, and it shows you all the gestures, that would be good to have as like a startup, like when you first turn it on, rather than just telling you that you just do that and this is how you use your computer.
I think that must have been an error because...
It must have.
Well, let's just say Windows 8 is definitely more suited to a tablet computer versus a desktop computer because of the fact that you can use the screen to do things.
What about a touchscreen laptop?
Yes, any touch screen.
A touchscreen desktop computer?
Well, let's just say anything that involves a touch screen, I feel that this operating system would be much more suitable. I definitely wouldn't have it on a desktop computer that didn't have a touch screen.
Okay.
Me personally, I would initially find it very hard to navigate around, but with trial and error, I could probably do about 50 or 60% of the things I needed to do. The rest of it, I would have to ask you.
Okay. And if you ever wanted the start menu back, there are heaps of applications available to get the start menu back. It's countless, like there's Start 8 by Stardock, and there's heaps more. Some that my subscribers even apparently made some start menus and stuff for
Well,
this.
there we go. So you can have a start menu that you're more familiar with and that you can navigate through, but have the speed of Windows 8 on your side and have the benefit of touchscreen. That's the only operating system that you can do touchscreen apart from Apple stuff, isn't it?
You can do touchscreen on practically any operating system apart from like text-based. But if you put Windows XP on this, it would be touchscreen. The only thing is, it's not really meant for touchscreen. You can boot Ubuntu on this, it will be touchscreen, but it hasn't fully been optimized for touchscreen. Although Ubuntu 13.04, which is going to be released in a month or so, it's kind of starting to get optimized for touchscreen. They're getting ready for Ubuntu tablets, Ubuntu phones and stuff. So Ubuntu, which is a type of Linux, as you know, is really getting into the tablet post-PC era.
Okay, well let's just say this Windows 8 experience was a much more positive one than the other, but I still couldn't completely navigate my way around.
Great.
But it certainly wasn't as frustrating as the first time.